We're on this like a hawk on a rabbit.
Like every show in America.
Like every show in America. We just played Louie Anderson's first ever appearance on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, November 20th, 1984.
It's like peeling back layers of an onion. We just keep going deeper and deeper.
That's right.
It's a wormhole.
That's right. So, Chris Demm said, I wonder who the other guests were on the show that night. And I said, I'm on it. I'm going to tell you who the other guests were on the show.
Digging deeper. Further he went.
That's what I did.
Deeper he dove.
I did. Because first we were like, let's play it. We did.
Yeah.
And
what year was that? I don't know.
Yeah, let's find out.
You found out the date.
84, November 20th, 1984. Louie Anderson on The Tonight Show. Other guests that night. Would you join me in welcoming? My first guest.
I wonder if this was still a 90-minute or if it was cut to 60 at that point.
This was 60 by this point. Okay. He's out in L.A. now, and it's a 60-minute show. Robert Blake.
Superstar.
Absolutely.
May have murdered his wife.
Pretty good possibility, I think.
He did. I believe he was convicted, wasn't he?
Can't remember.
Yeah, I think he was convicted.
Can't recall.
All right, I'll look that up.
Deeper we dove.
We chronicled that when it happened. We were on the air. We chronicled that.
Yeah.
I mean, most people thought he did, Robert Blake. I don't know if he
I don't recall the end of that case.
I don't either. Selma Diamond. She was on Night Court. She was on Night Court in the first two seasons. She played
the aging bailiff.
Aging bailiff. She died at only 65, so she wasn't.
Yeah, they had to replace her. That's right.
Yeah, a couple of times. And then Louie Anderson was the third. Did Robert Blake kill his wife?
He was charged. There was a trial. He was acquitted.
He was. Okay.
Told you.
That's right. You know what, Chris Demm? This is a little insight about Robert Blake on The Tonight Show, November 20th, 1984.
Like I said, I'm 90% sure I saw that show because I watched all the late night shows. And back then, I was young enough I could do it. Robert Blake was on, I remember him on Johnny Carson, maybe not this night, but he would come on the Carson show, and he always had a cigarette. It was either behind his ear or in his fingers, but he always had a cigarette with him. And back then, of course, you could still smoke on TV. But he never lit it. And he told Johnny this was his way of not smoking, of taking control of his smoking habit. So he probably had a 12-minute unscripted interview with Johnny, and he just held the cigarette.
Yes.
Like you would hold a lit cigarette, but never lit it.
He wanted that feeling of it being in his hand.
I guess he, was showing control.
Do you think he would ever put it in his mouth to get that oral fixation?
Gosh, I don't know if he did that or not. He may have.
I, for a time, knew somebody who did that when they drove.
Really?
They held an unlit cigarette as they drove.
That's a Robert Blake.
Because that was their way of keeping themselves from smoking.
Well, you used to hear when people tried to quit smoking that they needed something to do with their hands. That's why some people would eat carrots.
Yeah, they'd
That's what.
Yes.
Back in the 70s, we told people if you wanted to quit smoking, eat a carrot.
and hold that between your fingers. Like you hold a carrot between your fingers.
Plus, it's an oral fixation thing, so you've got something going into your pie hole.
Right. That's right. You got and you put it in your pie hole. Exactly. I've got a great story on carrots later.
Excellent.
Wow.
Boy, this prime time is back. This is not garbage time, right? I mean,
no, it's prime time.
Yeah,
we got prime time.
Prime time carrots.
I got a terrific
and NFL breakdown.
I'd love to give it to you now, but it's too early.
Yeah.
I can't.
No,
get it.
can't.
I didn't know carrots were going to be coming up. I mean, how could we know?
How could you know from Robert Blake almost killing his wife?
Right. Biggie, if you hold a cigarette, now Biggie has quit smoking. Okay,
several times.
Right. If you held a cigarette in your fingers all the time or put it behind your ear, I don't think that would work. I mean,
the temptation would be too great.
For me, it's like I'm in 6 days, I'm changing my life forever. I'm going on a weight loss challenge, a transformation.
The likes of which no one has ever seen.
Exactly. I mean, everything will be different about me as of Saturday.
Sure.
I mean, everything's changing. But I'm not going to hold a brownie in my fingers at all times.
No.
I couldn't do that.
To show control?
There's no way I could just walk around with a brownie or a Big Mac or something.
I think it is different, though, with smoking than that. Because smoking, it is a boredom. You know, to me, it was always a boredom thing.
Yeah.
So, maybe carrying around, like, if you need something in your hand.
Was it just boredom or was it like stress relief after like your...
No, it just became just a thing. It just became such a built-in thing.
And so it's just like a habit almost.
Yeah,
But I think sometimes food is like that too, because my dietitian used to ask me, before you eat, ask yourself, are you hungry?
Are you just mindlessly
you just
snacking?
mindlessly get a bag of chips and sit on the couch. Are you really hungry? Are you feeding?
I did that last night during the football game because I was up late and I was like, I'm a little hungry. And I was like, am I hungry or am I just up later than I should be?
And did you eat?
And watching? No, I did not. I avoided.
Good for you.
If we were to check your bed sheets right now, you're confident
I'm very
that there's no Tostitos
I'm very confident,
in the
actually.
bed clothing.
Believe me. It was hard. You know what I was going to make? Oddly enough, and I never had one before. Never had one.
What?
A peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I've never had one, and I have all the ingredients, and I was like, I'll make a peanut butter and banana sandwich. And I was like, no, it's too late for that.
I hope that wasn't Louie's last meal.
I probably saved myself by not doing that.
Well, you may have added 5 years to your life. I wouldn't say save.
I got an email about peanut butter and fluffernutter sandwiches. Several
Yeah,
of them.
yeah, yeah.
We were talking about that the other day. A lot of people said that's a northern thing. They love the peanut butter fluffernutter sandwich.
Yeah.
New York, New Jersey.
Yeah, I never knew
Never
anyone
knew it.
who had it. Any of our friends ever had
That's
that.
right. That's right. Oh, will you join me tomorrow night? Don Rickles will be here.
Mr. Warmth.
And Angie Dickinson.